Everyone, it's Jennifer Hoffman of EnlighteningLife.com, and for this week's newsletter, today is May 8th, 2019, I want to talk to you about expansion, contraction, potential, and the healing path that allows us to bring in new energies and to become 360, which is my term for becoming a whole, healed, whole, complete, where all the energy in our energy field flows with harmony. We manifest with grace and ease, and things not just flow, but they fit, and they actually fit the way they're supposed to. No duct tape or string or rubber bands tying everything together. So in order to give you an example that you can use, I'm going to use my magic spatula. Now, those of you who've seen my magic spatula in YouTube videos before, and you can get these at almost any kitchen store or a kitchen store that sells kind of different kinds of kitchen supplies, this spatula actually does this. So when I talk about expanded energy field, let's talk about linear progression and multidimensional progression. So linear progression is this straight line, you go right in front. This is the path of destiny. This is the path of 3D and also the path of karma. So when we are on the 3D linear path, there's one road and we take that road, and if we don't like it, we don't really know of any other options. But we run out of energy road, which is the term I use to describe the point where you get to a certain place and you realize you're not happy, your life isn't fulfilling, you don't like what you're doing, you want to do something else. And you kind of look around and think, well, what if I could do this and what if I could do that? And you always get stuck, because in order to do that, two things have to happen. One is you have to be willing to expand your energy to even a little bit, to allow new energies to come in because they need space. You also need to have some kind of intention for that. So you need to have an outcome or something you're working towards. When we get to the energy expansion part, we get a problem. I'm pulling out my other thing. So when we're on this 3D path, and I hope you can see that's a rubber band there. When we're on this 3D path, we have our reality firmly held together. This is our comfort zone. We're not necessarily comfortable here, but it's familiar. And as I have had to tell so many clients in the past few months, because it's always come up with them, everybody has safety and security needs. So you have certain things that you need to have around you that keep you feeling safe and secure, like you're in control of your reality. Maybe that's you need a job, or you need a house, or you need to have certain things, or certain kind of things in your life, like certain of it, like your stuff, or it makes you feel safe and secure. It kind of defines the boundaries of your reality. So everybody has those. Never underestimate the importance of your safety and security needs. They are extremely important. In fact, they are so important that they will literally make your choices for you. The fear of not being safe, of not being secure, of being out of control of your reality will drive your decisions into the path of whatever I do, I have to make sure that I maintain my safety and security. So this acts like a band around your transformation. This actually, it prevents your transformation, or you carefully construct your transformation in a way that you make sure that these safety and security needs are always met. So first, let's try one example. Say I want a new job. I don't think I can get a new job. I'm not even looking for a job. I'm scared to death of losing my job, but I need a new job. And you have this band here. So what happens is you go, oh, I need a new job. I need a new job. But every time you reach out, guess what happens? You get scared. Your safety and security needs are challenged. So you go right back to where you are. Now, you still want a job, but you just can't figure out how you're going to make that transformation and maintain these safety and security needs. So what has to happen is you've got to do two things at the same time. You have to be willing to kind of forgo for just a moment your safety and security needs so that you can open up your energy field enough to bring in the energy that's going to help you set the intention to get the job and then do the work to get the job. Or you can throw caution to the winds and you can just go for it, which nobody does. Now, depending on how strong your safety and security needs are, so this was a little rubber band, so this isn't too bad. You can kind of push the safety and security boundaries a little bit. You know, these are your fears, these are your limitations, these are the things that you're afraid are going to happen, these are the things that you are desperate to make sure it doesn't happen. We spend a lot of time in fear, and we spend a lot of time trying to protect ourselves from whatever we think. Sometimes that safety and security band is really tight. So no matter how hard you try, and I'm pushing pretty hard here, you just can't open yourself up to new potentials. You're scared. Now, something about fear. We always fear stuff from the past. We always fear things that have already happened. So maybe I got a job and it was really horrible, and I couldn't get my old job back, and then I was really stuck. Or I had stepped into a relationship and it was with somebody who was really bad, and I wish I'd never done that. We have this memory, which is our fear. What we fear in the moment, in the present, is consequences. So we take a step out and we think, oh, I did that before and all these things happened to me. Those are consequences. So when we talk about fears, what we're really talking about is our consequences. So if you have really strong safety and security needs, you're really afraid, you've got lots of consequences, you've got lots of beliefs, and you have no self-esteem, you have no self-value. So there's nothing in you that says, I deserve to have a better relationship. I deserve to have a really great job. I deserve to be doing something that makes me happy. That ability to do that is what helps you remove this band that constricts your expansion. So when you develop your self-esteem, which I'll talk about in my self-esteem program, you can take the band off, but actually what happens is you just replace this really thick band with one that's a little bit thinner and that has a little more give and that has just a little bit more ability. So if you open this and you kind of get a taste of what's possible, then you can replace this band with nothing or with an even smaller band. Something that, you've still got the safety and security, this band is kind of hanging on by a thread, but you can open your potential a little bit farther and a little bit farther. We tend to believe that we go from, I'm stuck and in totally linear mode and I really want to expand, and we just pop that wide open and we just go for it. This rarely happens. Sometimes we get pushed in this direction, but if we expect to be able to go from here, totally linear, to multidimensional and everything's great and we have congruence and everything's flowing with harmony, if you're expecting that, you're going to delude yourself, because while it can happen, it normally doesn't happen. Like everything else, it's a process, and we have to honor the process. So the process is, you have to understand that you have safety and security needs. Some of them are really big, some of them are smaller, and that you're going to gradually open your energy field and gradually expand your potential as you start bringing in energy and seeing the results, dealing with the consequences that you're afraid of. You will gradually open this up until you develop some safety and security needs that make your old safety and security needs unnecessary. And then that's when you move. I think one of the mistakes we make, and one of the challenges that we put upon ourselves, is we expect too much, too soon, and too fast. So we expect that we just want it to be over with, and let's just get over here, when we actually need to give ourselves the benefit of taking the process a step at a time, because each step on this process includes clearing energy, releasing old beliefs, doing the healing work that's necessary. It's all part of the process. And if we don't honor the process, we get out here and we don't know what to do, because we have no safety, no security. We don't know where we are. We don't know what we're doing. We're scared. We're standing on shifting sand, or we have no foundation under us. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to go right back to here, because we haven't prepared ourselves to be here. So as you're going through this process of transformation, that's really happening to everybody right now. Remember, it's a process, and that your safety and security needs, those limitations, serve a purpose in your life. For one, they prevent you from getting ahead of yourself. They also prevent you from putting yourself in a situation where you don't feel secure and you don't feel safe and you don't feel taken care of or provided for, because that's going to challenge your self-esteem and that's going to challenge your confidence. And then you're not going to have the ability to remove the limitations and to remove the boundaries that prevent you from getting way over your head in transformation. So honor the process. Start step by step. The process of surrender is allowing and receiving. This is removing the restrictions and allowing that energy to come forward. Self-esteem builds your confidence in yourself. You cannot expand your energy to its fullest potential if you don't have a sense of self-esteem, if you don't value yourself, if you don't see where you deserve this. Not only that, but if you aren't even aware of what are your great qualities, what do you bring to this process. And in this self-esteem course, which I make part of my Raise Your Love Vibes course and some other classes that I have, and by request, I've included it as a special class, because when you have this, and you're faced with this massive amount of energy and this huge transformation, you really need to be prepared for it, but you also need to talk yourself into it. So think of a big decision you have to make, like getting a different job, like starting a relationship, like moving or something. You don't just get in your car and go, or you don't just jump into it. You do research, you prepare, you talk yourself into things. And you need to talk yourself into this, but you also need to prepare yourself for this. So don't expect to go from 3D linear path to full 5D multidimensional, becoming 360, the whole shebang, because this is not going to happen. And if it did happen, you wouldn't know what to do with it. Honor the process. Take it one step at a time. Honor your limitations, but most importantly, honor the fact that you need to feel safe and secure and in control of your environment and in control of the process. And when you honor that, you value who you are, and you value not only your limitations, but you value your potential, but you also keep yourself safe, and you show yourself that you're going to take care of yourself. So honor this process. Let the limitations come off as you are ready to, so that when you finally arrive at the full multidimensional expansion, it's something you can embrace wholeheartedly because you've prepared for it, and because you are actually ready for it, and you have all the tools and all the abilities to be able to make the best use of this energy and not be afraid of what's happened, or not feel like your life is totally out of control. This is Jennifer Hoffman. Thanks so much for watching. This has been the newsletter for the Enlightening Life team this week, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.